What's up, fellow collectors? Today I am talking about the Halo 5 Guardians Spartan Fred action figure. This is a very cool looking figure, and Fred is probably one of my favorite Spartans in the whole universe. You know, Spartan 2, it's pretty cool to see that they're coming out with Blue Team actually in the Halo 5 game. I'm very excited about that. He comes with a DMR and a pistol here. You get a picture of what he looks like in the game, and he looks very, very sick. On the back here, you get to see all the figures that come out within the Series 1 line, and it's a very, very large amount of figures. I'm very happy about that, and I still got to hunt down all of these exclusives and do reviews on those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open this figure up and review it. Alright, I got Fred opened up and out of the package, and you know, I'm very, very impressed again with the build of this figure. I mean, all of these Halo 5 figures have been just a vast improvement over the old McFarlane style Halo figures, and I really love to see the fact that they're stepping up their game. It's really awesome. Let's talk about with what he comes with here. You get this little requirement pack. You get one of these for each figure that you buy in the Halo 5 Guardians line. And, you know, it doesn't really tell you what you get with this, but I'm assuming that you enter in this promotional code at the bottom, and you'll get some sort of downloadable content with the Halo 5 game, which is really cool that McFarlane's kind of partnered with 343 in that way, to where you get some free additional bonus goodies for your Halo 5 game with your Halo 5 figure. He also comes with a pistol here, which I have attached to his leg. You actually have a little peg that attaches to the gun, and you could attach it onto either his right or left thigh. Now the pistol looks very, very nice. I love the amount of detail that they put into it. The sculpting looks great. It just looks exactly like the Magnum that you see within the Halo franchise. Very, very cool looking stuff, and I love the silver kind of dry brushing that they gave it. Give it more of a battle-worn type of a feel. Now he also comes with a DMR, which I really like the sculpt on the DMR, and I think it also looks very, very great and game accurate. The only thing I don't like is this little, you know, bracket right here, and the trigger, actually the bracket over the trigger. It's very hard for him to get that into his hands. You know, his hands are a little bit bigger actually than that bracket, so you really got to squeeze it in there and get it to sit just right in order to fit it into his hands. But once you do get it in there, he actually does hold on to it pretty well. There's also a peg that the DMR comes with. You can plug that right into the weapon, and then he's got a spot on his back just for the DMR, and you can plug that right there, and he could just be chilling, you know, waiting for a mission briefing or something. You know, he doesn't have to be going crazy shooting Covenant people all the time. Now these guys are packed full of articulation, and I especially like the articulation that he has on his head. You know, he can very, very clearly look down into his chest. He can very clearly look up, and I love that. And he can look side to side. Really not too much limitation with his armor like I've seen with some of the other Halo figures in this line. You get a nice 360 motion here at the upper arm. At the bicep there, you got a nice little ball hinge. Another ball hinge at the wrist. You get some waist articulation. The only place that the articulation seems a bit limited is right in the hips here. You know, it just seems a bit restricted, trying to get them to go straight forward and back. It kind of just rotates out to the side, not really a smooth motion going front and back with that. He's got a nice ball hinge at the knee, at the ankle, and then he's got some toe articulation, which I really dig. You know, with the toe articulation, you can really get him in more dynamic poses just because of that little toe movement you can get. Now this guy is packed full of awesome amounts of detail. I love the yellow lights and effects and paint all around his armor. Definitely makes it pop out more at you, and I really think they did a great job with this helmet here. It looks very, very nice. I believe this is called Centurion armor, which is very, very cool looking, and I'll probably end up playing as it in the Halo 5 game when that comes out. He's got some cool vents on the side of his shoulder here. The back area of the Spartan looks very, very nice. I love all the lines and grooves and sculpting all over this figure, and they just did an amazing job with it, all the way from the legs all the way down up to the head and the helmet. I'm very, very impressed with. Now here's a quick comparison from the Fred that we've already seen from the package action figure 3-pack that we got probably about a couple years ago, and I am still a fan of the package Fred. I think he's still the best Fred that we've seen out of McFarlane today. Really the only other one that we've seen out of today. We've seen a ton of versions of the Master Chief, but nothing of Fred until Halo 5, and I still am more of a fan of the package version of him. I just love the way that the Spartan, you know, the package version of Fred looks a lot more buff and beefy and more Spartan-like. I think he actually fits more into the mold in what my mind would interpret as a Spartan more than the Halo 5 line of Spartans. And that's just personal preference. I also like the fact that he came with these removable knives in his armor. I wish McFarlane would have brought that back, or 343 would have brought that back in the design, because I thought that was a really, really cool thing that he had in his armor, and, you know, it'd be cool to see that again. So that's pretty much it, guys. I would definitely recommend picking this figure up, and pretty much all the Halo 5 figures, man. They're all great. If you see one that you like in particularly more than the others, I would definitely pick them up, you know, if you're kind of picky. But me, personally, I'm going to be picking up the whole series, and McFarlane has really just excited me about this whole Halo 5 line that they're doing, and, you know, I'm probably going to be picking up all the figures that they're making now, and very excited to do reviews on them. Check out my channel, guys. I got a ton of other Halo reviews on there. I also collect Walking Dead, Mortal Kombat, Mega Bloks, and all that good nerdy stuff. So check out my channel. Make sure you subscribe, because I come up with new videos every week. And I will see you guys all in my next video. And thank you all so much for watching.